Hi, hello there to all my friends on the interwebs who love miniatures. I'm Doc Eon. Today is Monday, the 21st of August, 2023, and I'm here to ramble. So, these four are the finished batch for the past week. They're all Reaper figures. One is the Wicked Witch of the West in sort of Weird West / steampunk version with a 6-shooter. And as mentioned, I tried to paint her in kind of dark metallic blues and purples instead of just plain black, but still green skin, because that's how the Wicked Witch of the West should look. And the other is a set of fairies, 2 fairies and a nymph. Now, I wanted to paint the nymph as an ice nymph, because that's what or frost nymph, perhaps, I forget what it's called. That's what's needed for the Rise of the Runelords adventure. Maybe the skin, I couldn't get the skin quite pale enough. It's difficult if you try to paint really pale skin. And if you brighten it too much, there's too much white in there. It all washes out and it doesn't look like anything at all. So it's a balancing act. But I think the ground coverage makes it wintry. Then I just sort of experimented with the others. This is a green fairy, like a woodland fairy, but there's some red in there, some warmth to the skin, I hope. And this one, I went like metal fairy. She's armored and has a sword, and so she's just a shiny metallic fairy. Yeah, 4 is a little below. The average that I'm aiming for the rest of this year is around 5 per week, 5 finished models. So 4 is a little under, but you know, if I get above average some other weeks, it'll all even out. Hopefully, I'm gonna get more done, because this week actually, tonight, in point of fact, the game store is starting up its miniature painting Mondays, the painting evenings at the game store. So I will be going there each Monday shortly after I post this, and get some uninterrupted, focused painting done. Which my experience is that this does wonders for my productivity. Let's hope it does this week as well. Anyway, let's move on to
and here we have all the work in progress. We have the last 2 holdouts of the monster squad. Well, the monsters I started several weeks ago. We have the Wendigo and the Lamia. Not much has happened to them. And then in the background we have the Colette crew, where all I've done is, since last week, is some blocking out of the black areas, and meaning things that should be black, like for example Colette's top hat and jacket here and boots have just been painted completely black, and then there's some black outlines of stuff like, the deepest shade areas, like under the skirts here, and yeah, probably gonna start with that, with the black areas, the things that are supposed to be black, because black is not trivial to paint. It has some tricks to it. Anyway, I'm hoping to see more progress on these by next week.
So the inventory this week is of 1 box, which is rather large and contains basically an army. This is something I kickstarted from a company that I forget the name of. I forget the name of the army. It's it's basically an all-female Amazon army, except not Greek like traditional Amazons, but more Viking-esque, like Nordic, like Frost Maidens or something. And it consists of a bunch of sprues with like soldier units. There's some individual packs with hero units, and here's some also individual heroes. In this box are some polar bear cavalry, 3 of them. And here is it's a dragon rider. And they come with these square bases, square 25mm, I believe. So, not sure, they're not intended for any particular game. You know, I think I bought them, back this Kickstarter because I was playing some Kings of War at the time, and I thought they would be an army for that, a war band, or whatever it's called in Kings of War. But I don't play any games like that anymore. I have recently been taking up Frostgrave again, but that's a skirmish game with, you know, round bases and very small war bands. So I don't know if these will ever get painted. I mean, if I get down to only having these guys left, I don't know, maybe I'll sell them instead of painting them myself. We'll see. Anyway, this box contains a total of 86 models. That's a huge chunk of inventory. So, yeah. Well, it's interesting. Like I said, probably never get around to it, but I have them.
So this week I think I do need to start up some new projects. You're getting a bit itchy. And I decided to take this box of recent arrivals. I mean, I think I got these early this year, maybe like last year. It was an order from Hassle-Free Minis. And they're all in the category of modern adventurers. So they're present day or maybe very near future, or like a few years ago. And they're all carrying guns. There's 7 people in here, humans, of course, all of them. Some more. This lady Falcon is very military. Others are like this is a more of a 60s character, a mini dress and 2 submachine guns. That's more of a mod squad kind of girl. And then there's some other soldiers in here. Yeah, but you'll see them when they're prepped and ready for painting. Next week, no problem. And that was it for this week. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't done so before. But above all, be back here next week, same day of the week, same channel, same Doc Eon. And now I'm signing off.